Have you ever imagined how you would be as a gangster? Whether you prefer the sophisticated Sicilian Mafioso type from The Godfather to the British ruffians depicted in the Peaky Blinders, you can't leave one thing out of any good gangster notoriety. In fact, the ones we're going to talk about today are notorious enough to outdo anything you may have seen in the movies. Hello and welcome to Crime Time. Today we will be talking about one of Britain's most ruthless gangsters, the Kray brothers. Without further ado, let's begin the video. Ronald and Reginald Kray were born in Haggerston, East London, on October 24, 1933. Reggie was born 10 minutes before Ronnie, and the brothers were identical twins. Charles David Kray and Violet Annie Lee already had a 6-year-old son named Charlie Kray when the twins were born. The twins were diagnosed with diphtheria at a young age, and while Reggie recovered quickly, Ronnie suffered complications and nearly died. Because his condition was so serious, he was kept in the hospital until his mother decided to take him home and care for him herself. Ronnie miraculously recovered after rejoining his brother. However, the illness effects were long-lasting and resulted in mental issues. The brothers quickly established a reputation after joining their local boxing club, and during one friendly fight, Ronnie nearly died from an injury inflicted by his brother. The twins formed a gang as teenagers and had serious run-ins with the law, but they were never arrested. Ronnie's brutality extended beyond the boxing ring as he desired to fight anyone who annoyed him. In March 1952, the Krays were called up for national service in the British Army. After reporting to the Royal Fusiliers Depot at the Tower of London, the pair attempted to leave after only a few minutes. The corporal in charge tried to stop them, but Ronnie punched him in the jaw, seriously injuring him. The Krays returned home on foot. They were apprehended by police the next morning and turned over to the army. While on leave from the British Army, the twins assaulted a police officer who attempted to arrest them. They were among the last inmates held at the Tower of London. For a time, they spent their time moving from jail to jail. They even tried to escape from the jail several times and were successful once before being apprehended. Because of their criminal records and dishonorable discharges from the Royal Fusiliers, the Krays became full-time criminals. By the end of the 1950s, Ronnie and his brother had launched their criminal careers when they purchased an old snooker club and established several protection rackets there. The Krays obtained clubs and properties by engaging in hijacking, armed robbery, and arson. The Roundar, the Krays' first London club, drew many actors and celebrities. The Kray twins were well known as wealthy and charming celebrity nightclub owners who were involved in the swinging London scene. They established a true empire through heinous crime and violence. At the same time, they were active in social life, associating with celebrities and partying as if they belonged to high society. Their non-criminal activities as popular figures on the celebrity circuit contributed significantly to their fame. The Kray twins were both ruthless, but they were not the same. Reggie possessed the most business knowledge, whereas Ronnie was volatile and unpredictable. Ronnie was the most violent, though his temper fluctuated depending on the dose of stimulus he was given. He appeared to have two personalities at times, which increased people's fear of him. Ronnie was embroiled in a press scandal in July 1964, when the Sunday Mirror reported that he was having a sexual relationship with Lord Boothby. That was a major issue because homosexuality was a crime at the time. Following threats and the use of their social connections, the newspaper not only retracted the article and paid a settlement, but it also did not print anything about their criminal activities. Ronnie's temper grew out of control, and in March 1966, he shot George Cornell, a member of a rival gang, in the head in the middle of the day in a pub. Ronnie was out of control, and everyone was afraid for their own lives as a result, so people began talking to the police. Despite having built a wall of silence around themselves, the twins were eventually abandoned by those closest to them, who sensed the end was near. This aided the authorities in convicting and imprisoning the twins. In March 1969, they were sentenced to life in prison for the murders of Cornell and McVitie. Ronnie was declared insane by the court in March 1979 because he suffered from paranoid schizophrenia and required constant medication. Even while imprisoned, the Kray twins maintained a bodyguard and protection business. Both of the twins were married twice. Frances Shee, Reggie Kray's first wife, committed suicide in 1967. While in prison, Reggie Kray met his second wife, Roberta Jones. Reggie Kray became even more easily manipulated after his young bride committed suicide, succumbing to his brother's violent whims. During a period of depression, Reggie was persuaded to murder a man who owed the Krays £1,500, allowing other gang members to take the blame. While in prison, Ronnie Kray met his wives, Elaine Milner and Kate Howard. When her mother, Violet Kray, died in 1982, the twins were allowed to leave prison for her funeral, marking their first public appearance in 13 years. This made national headlines in the United States and Canada. Celebrities and underworld figures also attended the funeral. Ronnie died on March 17, 1995 at the age of 61 at Wexham Park Hospital in Slough, Berkshire. Broadmoor Hospital, he had a heart attack. Reggie died of terminal cancer on October 1, 2000, after being released from prison on compassionate grounds at the age of 66. He died 5 weeks after being released. Many people attended both of the twins' funerals. Ronnie's funeral was treated as a royal funeral. The brothers are considered to be one of Britain's most ruthless, resourceful, and brutal criminals. They were involved in several criminal activities. They really made a huge name for themselves. In the end, Reggie turned towards his religion and tried changing his life, yet he didn't have many days. Thank you for watching the video. We hope that you enjoyed it. Please like the video and subscribe to our channel Crime Time. Click the notification button for getting notified of our upcoming latest videos. See you all next time.